parties today, and I know I won't have time to do the video later today. So, okay, so day 55, the 355, the high in the area is 40 degrees, so we're sticking with the teal. For this next row, we're doing one double crochet in the first space, and then three double crochets in every other space all the way down to the end, and then we're going to end with, what is it, two double crochets in a chain three space. So since I'm going to holiday parties today, one is for work and one is like my family's holiday party, I decided to read some holiday stories with you guys. I have not pre-read them or even looked into them, so some may be really short, some may be long, but I'll read as many as I can while I crochet this row. And if we only read one because it's super long, then that's that. And if you see me stop for a second, it's just so I can scroll down the computer and read the actual story. So the first one says, and I just chose these randomly. I just searched holiday party and whatever popped up is what I clicked on. It says, am I the butthole for only allowing guests to attend our holiday party if they bring a dish? Quick post, just trying to get opinions as my 35-year-old male, wife, 38 female, and I have gotten a lot of backlash over our annual holiday party. Every year we hold a little soiree type gathering at our house. There's usually 20 to 25 people who come. Nothing crazy, it's a mix of coworkers, family, and friends. Normally we do all the cooking for 25 people, and it sets us back about $500 to $600 at the grocery store. This year, with money being a bit tighter, we added some stipulations to attending the party. On the invites that we mailed out, we added that guests need to bring a dish with them to the party if they'd like to attend. We listed some potential dishes that they can bring, or they can bring their own creation. If not bringing a dish, the alternative would be paying $20 per guest to help offset food costs. I don't have a problem with that, but let's keep reading the stories. Out of the 27 people we invited this year, there were 6 people, friends of my wife and I, who had an issue with this in particular. None of them ended up RSVPing, and when my wife reached out, they said that it was selfish to expect a dish from guests, not considerate, etc. Reddit, are we buttholes for making guests bring a dish to our soiree? And let's read some of the comments after I finish these 3 stitches. Okay, scroll down. It says, not the butthole's the first one. Just don't get angry if people don't want to come. And this is a response to that. Yeah, I think that they maybe worded it differently or even been upfront about money being tighter. People would have been more understanding. Sometimes my friends and I either potluck or all cook together, which is just as fun. That could have been an option. See, not paying attention on day 4. All right, and I'm see. And someone responded and said, yep, potluck soiree is a lot nicer than bring a dish or $20 per person or you can't come. Let's see. That was all response to that comment. Okay. Computer does not like me right now. Me and his laptop do not get along, guys. I just got it this year. Okay, this one says, not the butthole. Potlucks are so common. Did you word it like that? I would say it would be a turnoff to be asked to pay $20 to attend a get-together I was invited to, so I declined. But being asked to bring a dish would be fine. So that is that. And this is a response to that. It says, I totally get what you're saying, even agree. But it's funny because I easily spend $20 or more bringing food to a party anyway. Which is true because food is so expensive. You can buy a meal just for yourself and it can be something small and it'd be well over $20. So bringing a dish to a potluck or penance, I would probably bring that $20 and not even worry about cooking. Just to attend. This one, I'm going to read this last comment. We go to the next one. It says, nah, but I wouldn't have asked for money. That turns a fun get together into an event with an entrance fee. Just changing the name from holiday party to holiday potluck and asking guests to bring a dish would have been enough. Perhaps if you explained to people who didn't RSVP why you made the changes, they might agree to come after all. But I wouldn't count on it. All right, so everybody clearly said just make it a potluck and people would attend. and it's not unreasonable. So the overall vote for that one was not the butthole. I'm gonna let this next story load and we'll read it. It says, "Am I the butthole? I am struggling. Maybe it's this genre. I keep getting caught." Okay. It says, "Am I the butthole for suggesting to my girlfriend that we skip her work's holiday party to go to mine?" This says, "Both of our jobs are doing holiday parties where significant others are encouraged to come. Originally, we were going to go to both, but mine was recently moved to the same day as hers. Our jobs are pretty far from each other, so we can't go to both. And I asked her if she would be fine skipping hers to go to mine. She said absolutely not because her party was always planned to be that day, and she told everyone she was coming and bringing snacks. Normally, I'd totally be fine skipping because I don't really care for my coworkers, but currently I am competing for a promotion and need to get some talk time to my manager and directors as well as other higher ups who will be there. I work in a very competitive environment where social gatherings like this can really make or break a career. So I feel that we have to go to this. She is working part time while in school, so it will not be detrimental to miss that party. Just a bummer. I brought this up and she called me a butthole for thinking her job is unimportant. I also suggested that we each go to our own. I don't love this idea because everyone at my job will be bringing their significant other, and she would not be comfortable going to her party on her own. I'm seriously stressed because I cannot miss the gathering because being a team player is a huge factor for my promotion, and not going to this thing will hurt me, as dumb as it is." So that is the post. And give me a second after I finish these three, I'll scroll down to the comments. Okay. This is a quote from the post. "Your work isn't as important as mine. We need to go to my work party. Just go to your own parties. You're the butthole for your attitude." And then someone replied to said the alternative was suggested by the OP, but the girlfriend declined and no, it's not an attitude. The work party directly ties into a competition for promotion for OP. He said if that wasn't the case, he'd skip. He's speaking truth in the moment. It is more important than usual. It is a very competitive environment, as stated in post, and social impression can make or break it. His girlfriend's party, with all due respect, has no consequences, especially not ones that can affect them financially and career-wise. State an important truth that needs to be stated is not an attitude. And then this is a response to that. It says if OP had approached the conversation as a discussion, stated that going to his party was important to his financial future and thus was important to him, then listen to his partner's perspective. Honoring commitments is clearly important to her, and if she's hoping to use this job on her resume as a reference, may impact her financial future as well. Before suggesting each going to their own event as an unfortunate necessity, then I would agree with you. He did not. He began by prioritizing his job over his job. I think she meant his job over her job. His commitment to her that he go to an event and her commitment to her colleagues, and argued that she should do the same. He granted that she could go to her own job's event as if it was compromising, instead of acknowledging that he is still breaking a promise to her while she is simply refusing to do him a favor. The way he approached the issue is what makes him the butthole. So that is that comment. Let's see, because they're having a discussion back and forth. So let's go to another comment and see what others say. It says, "Not the butthole. There's two sides to this. Her party is important to her, and yours is important to you. You should both treat it as such. It wasn't right for you to minimize her job, but it also wasn't right for her to expect you to skip your party just because it happened to be the one rescheduled. You both planned on going to your respective parties, and it's unfortunate they ended up landing on the same day. But both of you should understand the importance of one another. She doesn't owe it to you to skip out on her party for yours, and vice versa. Suggesting to go to your own party seems like a good call. as long as the reasoning behind it is communicated effectively and she knows that both parties are still important to you. And this one says, I'm confused here. You clearly mentioned team player, but minimize her need to be at her work party. Okay, so let's read one more comment and then I'll tell you what his overall vote was. It says, not the butthole. I do understand that you should miss yours, but my thought was you each go to your own party. I do not understand why she would not be comfortable going to her party alone since she works with these people. And then a response, Ish, your job is more important to you, not to her. So dismissing her job with these comments is rude. But she also can't expect you to skip your party to go to hers, just like you can't expect her to do the same. It's not your fault that they are on the same day now. The compromise is for you to go to your party and for her to go to her party. So those are the comments, and I'm going to scroll back up to see the overall vote. So the overall vote, even though most of the comments we just read just said he wasn't the butthole, the overall vote on this post was that he is the butthole. I think his attitude is a little off, but I don't think he's the butthole if he wants to advance his career and if they both can go to their own holiday parties and they're not stopping the other from going. So I don't think he's a butthole. I just think probably the way he approached it was wrong. This is a short one. This one is titled, Boyfriend 36 male attending holiday party and inviting other women who he referred to as babe. Should I, 29 female, be concerned? Guys, I don't know if it's me or is this yarn, but I am struggling today. Let's try to do the next. Yes, I am struggling. It should not take me this long. We're already 12 minutes in. It usually takes like 14 minutes total. I got a lot more to go. Okay. Last night, let me start over and read the title. Boyfriend, 36 male, attending holiday party and inviting other women who he referred to as babe. Should I, 29 female, be concerned? Last night, my 29 female, boyfriend, 36 male, attended a holiday party. He didn't invite me as it was last minute decision to attend. However, the invite mentioned to invite guests. My boyfriend invited a bunch of people, including this one girl who he hasn't spoke to in over a year, with the exception of her asking to borrow money a week ago. I later found out he called her to invite her and sent multiple texts, including addresses, throughout the evening / night, as there were 2 after parties. He also called her babe in those texts. For example, babe, you should be here by now. Babe, come and party. He is saying it was vernacular as she was thanking him, and when the money was sent, saying thanks, babe. I'm upset because that is what he calls me. Now, she doesn't end up attending, and he did invite other people, however. They didn't receive the same amount of calls and texts she did. Should I be concerned or let it go? He did apologize and said it will not happen again. I'm going to read the comments to see what other people say. I have thoughts, but the first one says, he invited someone else to the party and not you. I wouldn't care if he calls her babe because he'd be my ex by now. I mean, he literally asked another woman out. Okay. Someone else's comment says, I'm sorry, what? It was too last minute to invite you, but not a bunch of other people. Babes, the red flags couldn't be flying any higher. If you're not already the other woman, you're about to be. The next one says he's giving her money and trying to get her to come to parties she's not interested in. He sounds like a thirsty, ineffective sugar daddy. Do you respect his behavior? The next one said, I'd probably say that you already know the answer to your own question, but just want to see if there's any chance your intuition is wrong. He didn't invite you because he chose to attend last minute, but instead invited another. Guys, here we go with this yarn. Maybe it's just this batch of yarn and me is struggling because it keeps messing up. Let's see again. I'm going to try. Okay. Maybe because we're coming almost to the end of this yarn. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, I'm going to go back to read that comment. It says, I probably say you already know the answer to your own question, but just want to see if there's any chance your intuition is wrong. He didn't invite you because he chose to attend last minute, but instead invited another girl, one that he has sent money to and has called babe, intentionally more than once, and has tried to see/hang out with her at various different locations during a night out. I am really sorry, OP, but your boyfriend sucks, and I hope you break up with him soon because continuing to put up with the lying and probably cheating is only going to hurt more when he ends the relationship after you try to accommodate to his really messed up behavior. I'm gonna read this last one. It says he had time to invite her, but not you. He's already moved on. He hasn't just had the guts to tell you. I suggest you also move on. So I actually feel the same way because if you have a boyfriend and he invites a whole bunch of other people to his holiday party, but doesn't bother inviting you because he said it was last minute, but he invites everybody else last minute, that sounds crazy to me. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll back up in a second to see what the overall vote is, but I think everyone voted him, her boyfriend. Let's see. Oh no, there's no vote because she didn't ask if she's the butthole, but everyone says she needs to dump her boyfriend. Okay, we're almost done, so I'm not gonna read the last story because it might be pretty long. I am excited for the 2 holiday parties I'm going to. One of my jobs, I have not been back in the office since the spring of 2020. So I have not seen a lot of people in over 2 years. And I have a friend I'm really close with, so I'm excited to see her. We've talked to each other within the past 2 years, but we have not physically seen each other. So I'm excited to see her. And then for my family's holiday party that I'm going to today, I have relatives who live out of state who are coming up just to come to this party. So it should be nice to see everybody, get to interact, laugh, because my family, we love to laugh, talk, joke around, and just be nice to get together. My family's kind of big. My mother has a lot of brothers, and they're each married, and my mother is married to my father, obviously. I have a lot of cousins, so it's rare that we all get together in one time in one place to hang out and just fellowship together. So I'm excited to see everybody and celebrate this holiday season. Okay, we're down to the last one, guys. And if you can hear my alarm, I am sorry. I don't know why it's going off. Okay, so we are done with this row. This thing is getting very heavy, very heavy. So I'm gonna try to pull it up so you can see it from the beginning, the first row until now. Super big. You see how big it is, guys? All right, so yep, the beginning of this blanket. See a lot of reds and corals. Then we went to the gold, back to the reds and corals, and lately it's been all teal, it seems like. So that is it, guys. That's the last row I just did. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining my live. Bye.